Well, on your Ford Crown Victorias, and actually most vehicles, this works with Chevrolet, Ford, and everything. Say you are out under the hood messing with things like I was with coils and unplugging fuel injectors and doing all sorts of good stuff just to pinpoint a problem with these Taiwanian replacement coils, which I wound up taking back out of the car. But anyway, to make a long story short, say you set the check engine light off. There's one easy way to turn it off without going to an auto parts store or without having a scan tool. And I quite often will do this just because it's usually under the hood, and it's just, in my opinion, easier than fooling with the darn going and digging a scan tool out. Come to your battery, unhook both terminals, and it ain't this wait 20-minute junk like you hear. Hold them up in the air, away from the battery. Do not do this with them connected to the battery. Do not do this with them, either one of them touching the battery. And I'm going to repeat this. Both terminals disconnected from the battery in mid-air. Ground the two terminals together. Hold them for about 5 seconds. Hook your battery back up. Start your car. Even if it's a hard code, which is one of those pesky codes that sets and turns the light on permanently until you hook a scan tool to it, it will be gone. The reason for this is there's a memory in the computer, and you're depleting it. It's like the capacitors. You're depleting the charge. If you connect them, ground them together, you deplete the charge that's in those, and the computer forgets who it is, and it'll liable to poop its pants when you crank your car up. Now this will cause a problem, but for most people it's really not a problem. If you buy a car used or something, it's a blessing. The car's going to learn how you drive. It will relearn how you drive when it shifts and all this good stuff. So you got to teach it. So if you want it to shift, you want it to be performance minded, you need to run it. Drive it hard for the next 3 or 4 times. Drive it hard. I mean, I ain't saying floorboard it, but run it good and hard, and it'll learn when to shift. And it'll continue to shift that way. That's just part of the OBD2. They just learn the driver. But that's an easy way to turn your check engine light off if you don't have the tools and you don't want to go play with the auto parts stores. You know, a lot of places you get, there is no free turn your check engine light off. Technically, these auto parts stores are not supposed to turn it off. They're supposed to tell you what the problem is and send you on with it blaring in your face. But around here, you can get them to turn them off if you want them to. But, you know, I didn't tell you that. See ya.